Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Life of Logan. Today's episode is about a trifecta that most people chase, but few truly master. Pleasure, power, and self-control. We live in a world that tells us to seek pleasure endlessly, to chase power relentlessly, but it rarely teaches us how to control ourselves while doing it. And here's the truth. Without self-control, pleasure becomes addiction, power becomes chaos, and presence becomes scattered. But before we drop into this episode, I would greatly appreciate it if you would like the video. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Now let's get into it. So, pleasure gets a really bad rap. For some, it's seen as a weakness. For others, it becomes the only thing that they chase. But pleasure isn't the enemy. It's a language, a form of intelligence, and in some cases, a map. Pleasure reveals what makes you feel alive, what awakens your senses, what brings you home to yourself. But without self-control, you'll mistake indulgence for fulfillment. You'll chase momentary highs instead of meaningful connections. And true pleasure is about presence. It's about being aware, the ability to feel deeply without being ruled by that feeling. And then we come to the power of restraint. Because power isn't just about dominance. It's about discipline. It's about the ability to master your impulses, to lead your energy, to hold space without collapsing into it. The most powerful men aren't the loudest. They're the ones who know how to move with precision. They could destroy, but they don't. They could consume, but they choose to savor. And that's power. And it's magnetic. Because when you have self-control, people feel it. They feel safe. They feel challenged even. They feel awakened. You're no longer just reacting to life. You're directing it. So I know what you're saying. How do we go about training ourselves to lead first? Here's the thing. You can't lead others if you haven't first learned how to lead yourself. So how do you train your self-control? And as always, I got some notes here. So first among them is discipline your desire. Your desire should not govern you. You don't have to answer every craving. And that is for lust, maybe you want to lash out at somebody, or maybe you want to spoil or reward yourself, and you probably done too much of that. You become a dopamine fiend because you keep on hitting that reward sensor for yourself. So discipline your desire. Next is delaying your gratification. The ability to wait is the ability to grow. Don't rob yourself of the reward by rushing the process. It's like putting money into a savings account. You put it in there, it doesn't just immediately give you everything that you want. Nah, you got to wait for the interest to build up on it. Next is sit with your energy. Feel it. Don't flee from it. Let the wave pass through you without drowning in it. And then last, we have transmuting the energy. So you need to be able to redirect your sexual energy, emotional energy, and even sometimes your creative energy into building, healing, and elevating self. This kind of self-control isn't about suppression. It's about transformation. Pleasure, power, and self-control, when you master all three of those, you become undeniable. You're no longer tossed by your feelings, your urges, or your fears. You move with clarity, depth, and most importantly, with intention. So don't run from your pleasure. Don't abuse power, and don't neglect the art of self-control. Because when they work together, you don't just attract people, you awaken them along with yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into Life of Logan. If this message stirs something into you, share it, reflect on it, and y'all know how we do. If you liked it, leave me a heart in the comment section, or if it was really hitting for you, just go ahead and type in the words, "He ain't lying." Let's go and keep on becoming. Until next time, stay grounded, stay powerful, and most importantly, stay in control.